either. And the start will be crucial. Can the Ducati launch off the line and get ahead of Fabio Quartararo? There is your first two rows then. Fabio Quartararo on pole position for the 9th time. The two Ducati GP20s alongside him in the hands of Jack Miller and Danilo Petrucci. Crutchlow, Vinales and Dovizioso are on that second row. And speaking of the man on the front row for the 3rd year in a row here in Le Mans and going for his 3rd successive podium in France as well, I'm delighted to say Simon Crafar is joined by Danilo Petrucci on the grid.
I am, Danilo. Like I said yesterday, great to see you smiling again and looking really confident. What do you think is possible to achieve today?
It's always nice to be here in front row. We are very close to each other, but we are ready for the battle. I have a good pace and I feel good with the bike, so I think we can fight for the podium.
Danilo, just before I let you go, can you use the start device here with that fast first turn or not?
It's going to be a nightmare at the start, isn't it? How much risk do you take on a full fuel tank trying to get the heat in those front tyres? Went rim and on soft tyres all weekend, but could not get that second soft rear tyre working in the crucial final moments of Q2 yesterday.
I think it's quite simple, isn't it, for Morbidelli?
Back to find Alex Rins, head of the 6th row in 16th place. 5th time this year in qualifying, Alex Rins has found himself outside the top 10. That's qualifying form that's going to make it so hard to get podiums, although he did, to his credit, come from 13th to 3rd.
Do you feel they can do today?
Yeah, I think you're right. Fabio looked all weekend good. He has struggled a little bit in the warm-up. For Frankie, it was he had only 4 weak laps, and actually those weak laps were the 4 qualifying laps at the end, and actually the whole basically, you know.
Thank you, Wilco. Best of luck.
Yeah, thanks very much. Here is Fabio Quartararo. So they're going to be using their start device. It looks like Petrucci will as well. Jack Miller, yeah, yesterday. He's not making many friends around the MotoGP.
Of course.
As it stands, you can see there's no rain on the start line, but there seems to be rain coming through. Oh, and it's just started raining on the commentary box window.
You can see Esteban Garcia on the headset there. He's getting information all the time, and now he's relaying it back to Maverick Vinales. Vinales has spotted the rain.
Start has been delayed.
Yeah, Jack Miller, he spotted it as well, and now they'll know that the rain's getting heavy. You can see the red flag there in the start tower on the right-hand side of your picture.
It's completely the right thing to do. Completely the right thing to do. You cannot start a race with everybody on slicks if it's about to team down with rain. So we do have a delayed start here, and they'll just be keeping an eye on things to see whether or not this is just a quick downpour. So no rain forecast, but this is Le Mans, isn't it? Pecco Bagnaia upset. Fabio Quartararo off the grid. There'll be a couple of riders relieved that they've not had to start in these conditions. Amazing, isn't it? 2020. I mean, who writes the script? We've been saying that every single round since Jerez won.
Well, they started to bucket down.
I feel really sorry, Matt, for all of the riders here. There might be
just how significantly the rain has started to fall in the last couple of minutes or so.
Yeah, thanks for your time, Mick. Hey guys, the other thing is these sort of conditions are so, what's the word?
Thanks for that, Simon. Absolutely great to hear from the 5-time world champion Mick Doohan. We have a wet race starting, but it's going to be flag to flag, folks, if this drops out. And a lap less than the schedule initially, 26 laps coming up. Drama in MotoGP.
Just to remind you of those riders that are in completely uncharted waters, in the water in Le Mans. Quartararo there, Mia, Oliveira, Binder, Bagnaia, Alex Marquez and Iker Lecuona. No previous rain experience in a MotoGP World Championship battle, and with so much at stake, so much on the line.
Confirmation at the bottom of your screen, folks. Race Direction have called it a wet race. Riders can come in to swap for a dry bike at any moment. Pit lane closes in 1 minute. If you're not out in that 1 minute, you've got a penalty coming your way. Can you believe it, Matt?
Unbelievable. Pit lane is now closed. Red light is on. And now this is going to be a very tentative sighting lap. What drama just before the start of what we were hoping for, a dry French Grand Prix. Let's go down to Michelin Motorsport manager Piero Taramasso for his thoughts now on what potentially is a flag-to-flag battle, Simon.
Yes, Piero, in these slippery conditions, I imagine fastest is to have the soft wets on, but in a long race, if it dries out, do you think anyone would go for the medium?
So I don't have all the information, but I just saw Alex Rins going out with the medium, but the majority of the riders, they went out with the soft, wet, of course. The soft, they use it Friday morning. The temperature, the condition was very close.
And it was very, great tyres, really fast.
Yes, was very nice. After 21, 22 laps, the soft was in very good shape, so he can keep the race distance.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks very much. So, medium for Alex Rins. They will all start on wet tyres.
Cold and wet in Le Mans. It can be a recipe for disaster. This is going to be a survival race in many respects. A real battle of attrition coming up. Andrea Dovizioso, normally so good in wet weather conditions, as is Danilo Petrucci. You can never discount Jack Miller as well. And what about Rossi too, with all of his experience?